everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight I'm going to be camping at an RV dealership. I found a small plot of woods in between a convenience store and an RV dealership, and I think it's going to be perfect to camp in. I went and scoped it out a few days ago, and there's tons of poison ivy everywhere, but I'm going to hang up a hammock, so I don't think that should be a problem. And just in case you're wondering, I already remembered something that I forgot. My helmet. I was actually going to wear a helmet this time, but I forgot it, and I'm already only about 2 miles away from my destination, so I'm just not going to worry about it because I'm not going all the way back. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm using my action camera right now because it is supposed to rain any minute, and I didn't want my other camera to get wet, and I can't hook up my wireless microphone to this camera. I need to get going because we got about 2 more miles to go down this highway, and I want to get there before it starts raining. I'm going to try and stay off the 4-lane as much as possible. I do need to cross over though. I think I'll go ahead and cross over right here. I got to get out of this dealership before they try and sell me a car. Oh. I made it to the RV dealership, and I'm pretty sure it is already closed. These are the woods we're going to be staying in right here, and then there's a convenience store right there. So if I do forget anything important, I can just go there and maybe buy it. I'm actually going to go ahead and get in the woods while there's no cars coming. Ugh. Ow, got stuck. Ow. Oh, my head just went right through a spider web. All right, this is home for the night. For Father's Day, Karika and the kids got me these waterproof bags. So now if I ever get caught out in the rain again, I can put my microphone and my cameras that aren't waterproof inside of here, and I won't have to worry about that anymore. So thank y'all. I'm sorry I forgot to tell everyone happy Father's Day in the last video. I'm really bad at forgetting when holidays are coming up in my videos, but happy late Father's Day to all the dads out there. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hammock set up and then get the tarp set up. I actually brought a different tarp this time, a bigger one, just in case it does storm. I think it'll offer me a bit more protection than the small one that I have been using. I actually tore a hole in this bug net in my last camp. I don't even know how I did it, but when I was packing up, I found a rip in it. That stinks. There is poison ivy all over the ground. This spot that I'm in right now is actually the least covered in these woods. I don't know if like So if I put my bag, like I put my bag on the ground and it touches the poison ivy, and then I pick up that bag, will it transfer onto me? Like, I'm not sure about stuff like that. I honestly can't ever remember having a rash from poison ivy. I don't think you can even be immune to it. I don't know if that's a thing. And I don't want to jinx myself here, but I've never, that I can remember, had a poison ivy rash. So maybe it's a superpower of mine. Ooh, yeah, that's way too low to the ground. Use our handy dandy buckles here just to give it a little pull and tighten it up. Let's sit down in that and see how that feels. And then I'll get the tarp up. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's a little too low for my liking, especially since there's poison ivy underneath me. So I'm gonna raise it up just a little bit and then we will be good to go. Give this another try. I've adjusted it. Perfect, just like sitting in a chair. Speaking of chairs, I actually brought my camping chair tonight just so I could have a little bit of a different spot to sit in if I feel like it. Because if it does start raining, I'm not going to be able to leave my spot. So at least I can like sit over here or over there, just wherever I want to. I took a stick and tried to clear out as much poison ivy from around my area as I could, but I really didn't do much good, I don't think. I know people are going to be complaining about me turning a light on, but it is still daylight out here. No one's going to notice this light from that highway, I think. I brought this big tarp and watch, it won't even rain, I bet you. I just about have the tarp all set up. I need to get my thermocell out because the mosquitoes are pretty bad. I did put on some bug spray though. And the pants I'm wearing have been treated with permethrin, but not the shirt. Finish doing this and then I'll get the thermocell out. Okay, so the tarp is all set up. I have a huge like porch area going on, so I can get my chair out if I want to and sit right up under here. And I'm gonna have enough room to put my bike under here as well. I kind of got it too close to the hammock though, I think, on this side. I don't know. I haven't laid in the hammock yet to test it out. And then here's the back side. I'm extremely sweaty though, so I'm gonna sit down for a few minutes, let myself dry up, and then we'll do something else. Actually, before I sit down, there's one more thing I need to do. Get the thermocell out. Someone sent me a bunch of these cartridges for the thermocell, and they didn't have a name in the package, but thank you so much for that. I was actually researching a way to refill these small cartridges with a larger butane can, and it can be done. So when I run out of these, because these things are expensive for what they are, but when I run out of these, I'm gonna start refilling my own with larger butane cans. What am I doing wrong here? Get in there. Got it. All right. It's lit. You probably can't see that, but the thermocell is activated. We'll just set that down here. I'm so sweaty, y'all. It's supposed to be in the 90s this coming week. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be bad. I did a little bit of a reconfiguration on the tarp. I just didn't like the way it was. And this way I can put my bike up under it from the other side. Also, when I was in the hammock, like especially in the seated position, the tarp was right up against the back of my head and I was touching it. If it starts raining and stuff, I don't want the tarp to actually be touching me, so I redid it. Still the same on this side. Huge area over here, but over here, you can see I have the bike under there now. What I did was I took this stick and put the corner of the tarp on the stick, but the main thing I did was I put a tie out here all the way over to that tree over there. So that brings it into a point and gives me a lot more area on the other side of the tarp so I can have my bike under there and everything. And it's no longer touching my hammock. Oh, what is that? Freaking spider web. Uh-oh. Dang. Hope whoever is in there is okay. You know what I didn't mention about this spot is that so far I haven't ran into a single thorn or briar or anything. So that's really good about this spot. I got hit in the face a couple times with sticks, but other than that, ooh, I'm glad I stopped. Well, here's the poison ivy. It's just all over the ground. And this area here that I'm in isn't as bad as the other areas throughout these woods. So yeah, it's just everywhere. I'm hoping that if I get it on my clothes that it won't like transfer over to me or something. Too late now, I guess I'll find out. I didn't mean to get out here so late today. I actually started talking to some of my neighbors right before I left. And I talk a lot once I get started. And that made me a little bit late to get out here. But honestly, there's not much to see anyways, even if I'd have got out here earlier in the day. Other than these RVs, maybe I can get close to the RV so you can see them. I won't walk into any spider webs here. Ooh, oh God, get off me. Oh, I just put my arm in a huge spider web. There's the spider. Ooh, golly. I'm glad my arm hit that first and not my face. This makes me not want to go through here now. Oh yeah, here's the RV dealership. Not much going on really, just hanging out at camp. I think I'm about to eat. I actually didn't bring a Mountain House meal tonight. I brought real food. It's something I've cooked before. It's like mozzarella, pepperoni. Oh my gosh. I just remembered I forgot to bring butter for the bread. I think I forgot that last time too. Basically though, it's like a mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, grilled cheese. It's pretty much what it is. Oh, I stuck my hand in another huge spider web. Okay, y'all. Oh my gosh. I got to get out of here. I'm surrounded. Oh gosh. Literally gives me shivers thinking about the feeling of that spider web on my hand just now. Oh my gosh. What is going on around here? I always get comments when I use my light like this because people are always like, that's so not stealthy. And it's not, but when you're in spots like this, we're on a highway just off in the woods, people are not looking. I mean, I really think people underestimate how much other people are unaware of their surroundings for the most part. I mean, even if you are looking when you're driving by 50 miles an hour and you see a little bit of a light in the woods, most people are not stopping. No one is probably. And most people aren't calling the cops or anything either because they don't know what it is and they honestly probably don't even care. So I have found that, you know, over my many stealth camps that people just don't care, you know. And if I was somewhere where there were a lot of people on foot or very slow traffic, then I would be more cautious about using a lot. I feel very safe. I don't want to say that and then get caught later, but I feel about as safe as I've ever felt on a camp right now. I'm not worried about a thing other than walking into another spider web. I'm going to go ahead and get my chair out. I actually haven't used this in a few camps. I can't remember the last time I used it, honestly. Ever since I've started doing more hammock camping, I can just use my hammock as a chair most of the time. Someone commented and it was like, please don't just do hammock camping every video. And I'm not going out of my way to do hammock camping. I don't pick spots based on whether or not I can get a hammock in there. I love tent camping, honestly. I pick a spot and then I just bring whatever gear makes the most sense, you know? Okay. I'm gonna turn the thermocell off a little bit, try and save some of the fuel. If the mosquitoes start coming around, I'll turn it back on, but maybe they won't. Getting pretty hungry, so I think it's time to cook. I brought this stove tonight because I'm actually doing a little more than boiling water. I accidentally brought my pot instead of my pan. That's okay, I'll make it work. Get out my handy little table here. That way we won't cook right on top of the poison ivy. This is a Trekology table. People always ask me when I use it. It folds down completely flat and just slides right in the back of my backpack. I really like it. Let's use this little 3-burner stove tonight. I brought pepperoni and about 4 slices of mozzarella cheese. I'll put 2 slices per sandwich and I'll make 2 sandwiches. And also, Karika gave me this drink. It's a Shirley Temple, but it's made with cane sugar, so see what that tastes like. I actually brought a Red Bull and forgot about it, and I really want to drink it. I know I should. It's almost 10 o'clock. I should not drink this Red Bull, but man, I really want it. Okay, I'm not going to drink it. Well, let's start cooking. Oh, man. There we go. So put that on the plate. Oh, don't go. Then we'll put 1 slice of mozzarella. I don't know why I started that stove already. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and just wait a minute because I'm not ready for it. I thought I heard something. Pepperoni all over this. I like to put like 2 layers. I can't put 2 full layers because I don't think I brought enough pepperoni. That's good enough though. Then I'll take a second slice of mozzarella, put it over the top of that. And you could put like pizza sauce or marinara or on the sandwich, or you could just pour it on the side and dip the sandwich into it. Now I'm just going to press it together and shove it in my pot. I'm a little worried about how I'm going to get it back out of this pot. Hopefully it'll fall out. Let's go ahead and cook up this first sandwich. I don't know how this is going to work out using a pot. I can't really move the bread around or anything. It's kind of just stuck. I should have brought some kind of spatula or something as well. I have the trusty spork, so I guess that's what I'll use. Bread's already a little brown. I mean, basically we just got to get it hot enough to melt the cheese and warm up the pepperonis. I think I should flip it over already. I don't know how this is gonna work out. It'll be fine. It would have been nice to have some butter on that bread though. It just got extremely quiet out here. Probably 10 or a little after 10, so it's a weekday, so the traffic's definitely starting to slow down. I think it's done. Because it smells like it's burnt. Oh, I just messed the bread up when I did that. It's a little bit burned, but I'll go ahead and turn the stove off for a second. I'm gonna eat this one, then I'll cook the other one. It definitely got burned a little, but the cheese is melted. So, ooh, so that's all that matters. Definitely could have been better, but even like this, it's better than most Mountain House meals. All right, I'm gonna finish eating. Might cook another one. I have dessert. For dessert, I have an Alabama ding dong, an Alabama dumpster ding dong. If you didn't see my last video, I found hundreds of cookies, a bunch of packages of Hostess ding dongs in the dumpster at my last stealth camping spot. I got that. I also brought a cherry pie. So I have a cherry pie from Walmart. Let's try this cane sugar Shirley Temple. I tried a Shirley Temple before, but I don't think it was made with cane sugar. Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm gonna get out the bottle opener. Nope, nope, nope. Found it. There we go. It's good. Not my favorite thing. Still good though. Tastes like cherries. All right, I'm gonna finish eating, and then after that, we'll read comments from last week's video. I really messed up this second sandwich. I thought I heard something and I was looking around in the woods, wasn't paying attention, and completely forgot about this. And it burned the bread up, melted the cheese to the pan, and I could barely even get it out. I'm still gonna eat it. I can't believe how bad I messed it up. I think there's some kind of animal out here. I did throw a few pieces of my crust that was burned on my last piece off into the woods. That was probably a mistake. So now I'm gonna have to be dealing with random animals for the rest of the night. I've said this a bunch of times before, but there's not a whole lot of black bear around here. So I'm never really too worried about it. But in the last few weeks or month or so, there's been multiple spottings of bears and families of bears. So I might actually have to start being a little more cautious when I'm out here. Look at this. I almost forgot about this, the dumpster ding dong. And for all of you wondering, I did go back and get all that stuff. It's at my house. I've been trying to find somewhere to donate, especially the cookies too. We've already eaten a lot of these. I had to hide some from my kids just so I'd have enough to eat during a video. A lot of places don't take stuff if it's past its best buy date. So I think the best buy date on these were June 9th. It's really good though. Tastes perfectly fine to me. So it's time to read comments from previous videos. I think most of these are from last week's video though. So the first one is from John Glidewell. Hey buddy, if you don't mind, shout me out. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks. I'm fixing to be a member. So there you go, John. Big shout out to you for watching the videos. And I don't know if you became a member. I honestly haven't checked recently, but if you did, thank you so much for that. I really, really, really appreciate it. Next comment is from Jonathan Freedom First. He says, I wish I'd have gotten my comment read a few days ago. I didn't, so I sort of stopped trying. Well, Jonathan Freedom, there you go. I read that one for you. Honestly, y'all, I have I just randomly pick these comments. I don't know. I don't have like a criteria I'm looking for or anything like that. If you ask me and I see it and remember it, most of the time I'll read it. But it's getting hard now because I get comments now, like people will discover me. Let me rephrase this. It's getting hard now because I have gotten a lot of new subscribers recently. And when people first come to my channel, it seems like they go back and they watch all my other videos and they'll comment on all those. So it's getting to be where each week I'll put out a new video and I'll have a couple hundred comments there. And then I will have, another 100 comments from new subscribers on old videos. So it's getting very hard for me to keep up with it and to respond to all of them. And for sure, like, I can't read everyone's comments, but I just randomly pick them. So I'm sorry if you've left one and I didn't read it. I really do apologize, but I just randomly do it. Okay, next one. Ace of Heart 2. Hey Todd, letting you know, but it's your choice. If there's a food box where you can put food in for people, especially for the homeless people, but keep what you want. Yeah, so she's, Ace of Heart 2 is talking about the food that I found last week. And I have been looking for somewhere to donate it. But like I said, it's looking like most places around here don't want to accept expired food. And I get that. Just because you can't afford something to eat doesn't mean you should have to eat expired food. But this stuff, okay, there's a difference between being expired and a little bit past its best by date. Stuff like snack cakes and cookies, these kinds of things are perfectly fine past their best by dates. But I am going to find somewhere to donate that stuff. David Hall 4078 says, I was hoping next week you could give me a shout out. David Hall from Oklahoma City. Well, hey David Hall. There you go. Okay, I'm just going to go for this. I think it's Mike Harcharik. I have no idea how to say that name. Mike Harcharik. Okay, Mike Harcharik. I think that's how you say it. Okay, so you bought another cherry pie that went uneaten. I'm sorry. Okay, so you bought another cherry pie that went uneaten. Just saying, more often than not, you have a cherry pie for dessert, yet I've never seen you take a bite of one. Keep up the awesome content. Maybe next week you'll actually eat that pie. Oh my gosh. Actually, I kind of regret reading this comment because you're right. I have said, hey, I got this cherry pie for dessert. And a lot of times I will just like get full and won't eat it. And I'll eat it in the morning, or sometimes I wake up at night and eat it, but I haven't been showing it. And I was kind of wanting to just keep, so I think you made this comment, or maybe someone else made another comment about it. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I should just keep not eating them on camera. It'll be hilarious. So I kind of regret reading this one because it could have been a funny thing if I just kept on not eating them. But I do eat them. I just forget to do it on camera. Okay, this is the last one for tonight. And this is from Out of the House Camping. Camping with Champion. I had to catch my breath. Okay. Camping with Champion, we love watching your videos. I now have my grandsons. I introduced them to your channel. Now they are following you. They are some of your biggest fans. You are a great inspiration. It's funny. We were all at a wedding the other day and the boys kept telling all about your videos, what you did, where you camped. I just chuckled at how excited they were. I am just as excited. If you get the chance, could you give them a shout out? Ian and Ethan, your biggest fans, keep on with this adventure you are looked up to. Thanks. Well, thank you so much for that comment. And Ian and Ethan, I'm glad you like the channel. Keep telling people about it. Spread the word, guys. You guys probably watch more of my videos than my own kids do. So thank you so much for that. I really, 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 really appreciate it. All right, well, that's the end of the comments. I think I'm going to lay in bed for a little while. Lay in my hammock for a little while and watch something on my phone, I guess. If an animal comes up to eat these pieces of bread that I threw out, I'll try to get it on camera and show you guys. But if not, I'll check back in before it's time to go to sleep. I wanted to show you guys my new socks that I got for Father's Day. Look how cool. It's got little tents and campfires on it. I freaking love these socks. Well, I think it's about time to go to bed. I have to be careful when I film this kind of shot because during the video I did on the interstate with the 3 other YouTubers, there was a booger in my nose, and now it's highly embarrassing. But I figured out how to blur stuff out, so I went to that video and I blurred it out. So now if you watch it, the booger's blurred out, so you're welcome. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you guys the story of the first time I ever stealth camped. Okay, so before I go to sleep, I told you guys last week if you wanted to hear about the first time I stealth camped when I was like 13 to let me know in the comments, and a lot of you said, tell us about it, so I'm going to tell you a quick version of it. So when I was like 13, 14 years old, I lived literally across the street from my middle school, and I would walk to school every day. And there was just a small patch of woods, and I mean very small, like probably 20 trees in total. But right in the middle of those woods was like this big dirt mound for some reason. I don't know why it was there. But one day I was walking to school and I went through there, and I was just like, man, I don't really want to go to school today. So I just didn't, right? So I just camped out right there. And it was right beside my house, right across the street from the school. But after that, like I just kept doing it. Like it got to where I would do like once a month, and then it was twice a month, and then I was like barely going to school anymore. I had actually taken a shovel and I dug a hole into that giant mound so I could crawl inside of it. And I was just skipping school nonstop. Well, eventually the school contacting my dad, like he got a letter in the mail from the sheriff, and I think that's the truancy officer or something. But anyways, I remember he had to go to these parenting classes because of me. He was so mad about it. But you figure someone would have noticed way before the police got involved, but they didn't. The only way that I got caught, and I got caught before he had to go to the classes, but one day I was sneaking a pillow with me. I shoved a pillow in my backpack, and it was like sticking out of the back of my backpack. And when I went to leave the house, my stepmother saw that, and she followed me and saw me crawl up in that hole to go to sleep. So yeah, that was my first experience stealth camping. And I feel like the stakes were way higher back then, because if I would have got caught, I'd have been in way more trouble than I will be now, I think. Anyways, that's that story. That's a quick version of it. I had, there was other stuff going on and reasons I didn't want to go to school, but I'm not going to get into all that. But yeah, so that was my first experience at stealth camping. And now, guys, I think I'm going to try and lay down and get some sleep. It's not much going on. I'm pretty bored, honestly. So try and go to sleep. And this is Wednesday night. I couldn't get out. I could have got out, but it was raining, and I didn't really want to camp in the rain. And so I waited until Wednesday, and I had to go tonight and do it because I edit my videos on Thursday, and of course I post them on Friday. So that's why this one isn't that great, honestly. This is a very safe spot, but I have better ones planned for the future, I promise. My shoulder is almost healed up from the last time when I climbed up on, on the Huddle House. Every time I climb something, it hurts my shoulder really bad. I can't lift my arm all the way up for like a month. But anyways, it's feeling good again, so I think I might be ready to climb something, and I have something really cool in mind too. So, but yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. I'm going to try and get some sleep. If anything happens, I will bring you guys back, but if not, I will see y'all in the morning. Good night, everybody. Made it through the night. It was pretty uneventful. I slept pretty well considering I'm right next to a highway. It didn't rain, but I just checked the weather, and they're saying there's like a 50% chance of thunderstorms in about an hour and a half from now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everything packed up, and maybe I can make it home before that happens. I made it this far through the camp, so maybe I can get all the way home without getting rained on. That would be great. Time to start packing everything away. I got a little paranoid about the bread piece I threw on the ground last night. It was just like the edge of a piece of bread that was burnt. So I peed on it. And I was thinking that would keep any animals from wanting to eat it, and I guess it worked. So yeah, so that's a good tip. If you ever drop any food or anything, if you pee on it, apparently the animals don't want it anymore. I almost had everything packed up, but it is starting to rain on me a little bit. I'm going to put this camera up, switch over to my action camera, and get my raincoat on before I get too wet. I almost made it out of here without getting rained on, but looks like I am going to get wet on the way home. Got my spot all cleaned up. It is time to get out of here. Oh my God, did you see that? This little branch just went right in my mouth. Anyways, as I was saying, it's time to get out of here. I'm gonna get wet, guys. We're out of there. It's raining, but I don't see any lightning or thunder, so I think I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this one probably wasn't the most exciting stealth camp. Oh man. I had to stop filming for a second. But I'll see you guys next week for another stealth camp. If this video got uploaded, it means I made it home safely. If it doesn't get uploaded, well, I don't know then. Y'all, I made it home. Just wanted to give you a quick update. It rained pretty hard on the way here, especially driving like 23 miles an hour or so into the rain. Those raindrops kind of hurt when it hit me. Anyways, I made it home. See you guys next week. Bye, everybody.